In this video, we're going to learn how to create a Christmas gift card. Right now, this is a Christmas card that you can send to your loved ones, to your friends, your family, to anybody that you want to send a Christmas message to. You tell them how well you respect and love them. So we're going to learn how to design it very quick with our smartphone. So let's jump right into it. So firstly, I'm going to change to my default design. Now let's exit this text because we don't need it. That is our default design. We're using the normal default size. This is square, right? We want to use it for this design. And the first thing we want to be doing now is we want to insert our images, right? Let's have to insert images from our phone. Now, Pixellab should have been installed right now on your phone. So let's go ahead and install. Bring in some images we want to use, right? These also images, you can get them in the description. Let's go in. So I'm gonna go over to import. Let's import some images we're going to be needing. So let me just quickly head over to my photos. So I'm going to get over to my SD card to get some of my photos. The link to these resources is going to be over in the description. Okay, now let's make this grid so we can see some images I'm going to be using. So you can use any Christmas image of your choice, but I'm going to be needing some very specific image here for this my design, right? So you can use any Christmas image of your choice to design your own card, right? You can also go over to fontspace.com to download your Christmas font they're going to be using for this design, right? But right now we're going to be going with the designs that we need. So we're going to be importing this Merry Christmas design over here. Okay, now we have this Merry Christmas over here, which is the most important one because we're wishing the person a Merry Christmas. So let's try on decorating this more. Now let's add a background, right, before importing other images. So go back to the background layer. We'll go back to colors. Now we're going to choose a gradient for this. Now you can choose a color or use a gradient, depending on your choice. Now you can use red or blue or gold, or you can go with green. Just choose a Christmas color you want to use for your design. I'm going to go with a blue gradient over here, right? Now if you don't like this gradient or you want to go with another gradient of your choice, right, you can just click the plus icon, right, and choose any colors you need, right? You can just tap the colors and you tap the color icon, then you choose the color that you need. Now that being said, let's quickly move on. Now our gradients have been imported, and let's move on to adding other images. So I'm just going to go over and import. Let's import some other images that are going to be needed for this design. These images are necessary for our design to be very beautiful. So let me go over again to my Christmas resources. Let's make this grid so we can all see this, right? So I'm also going to be needing to design this over here. Okay, we have Christmas balls over there. Now what we can decide to do here, we can decide to spread this manually, or can just decide to reduce the sizing a little bit. Let's reduce the size a little bit. Now I'll position this here, right? But what I want to be doing, I want to make sure I position the balls at the back, right? Now look what I'm going to be doing over here. I'm going to increase this a little bit. We're going to move it to back. You go over here and you see it actually shows to back over here. So I'll move that to back, right? Good, nice and fine over there. So let's let's change this a little bit. Let's lock some of this design so it won't affect the other design. Let's lock the tree, let's lock the light. Then let's stretch this to cover the whole design, the snow. Right? So let's position this at the center. Let it position. Nice. The snow is nice over there. Now what I want to be doing now, let's try importing, right, our gift. Now our gift package. Now to make the design even look more colorful, we have to make the card look as though it's like a gift box, right? Now let's head over to our import. Let's bring some image from gallery. So let's add our ribbon to it. So we have our ribbon over here. Let's change this a little bit. Let's change this manually. Okay. Let's increase the size using here. So we want to increase the size, the width of our ribbon. Okay. Now let's position at the center. Relative position. Make sure it's at the center. Good. We want to also drag this down over here. Right, also drag this down over there, nice and good over there. Now what we're going to be doing, after I position this, we're going to be adding some text. Let's go over to the text tool, add text, edit. Now this text is going to comprise of the name you want to use. Can you Merry Christmas Mom, or Merry Christmas Dad, or Merry Christmas my dear, my beautiful, any of the names you want to use, right? But I'm going to go with a name, right? Instead of using a pet, I'm going to go with a name for mine. So I have this here, the name of the person I'm doing the card for. Now I'm going to position the name here. Now let's change the font a little bit, right? a link to download this font and use it will be in the description. The name of the font is Christmas, right? There's a font, Christmas Story, right? That we're going to be using. There are a lot of other fonts, but we're going to be going with the Christmas Story. Okay, this also Christmas font is okay. Now I want to increase the sizing a little bit over here. Okay, let's give it some stroke. I'm going to give it a stroke of green. Okay, can also go with that. Let's position this a little bit. Let's move this. Okay, now what we're going to be doing next is the next test we're going to be adding is we're going to be adding the reason why we love this person, right? Why person is so dear to us, right? Now I'm going to go with something like this. Let's go something like this. Okay, this is mine. Now what I want to be doing, we want to add this text down here, below here, right? First of all, let's align this to center. Good. Let's change the font. I'm going to go with the Christmas Story font. Okay, so we're going to be doing now the Christmas Story font. Let's reduce the spacing. We'll align this to center. Okay, let's reduce the line spacing. Nice and good over there. Got too much line, so the line spacing, let's move it horizontally. So I've reduced that. So about this, you've always been there for me. I love you, Mom. So let's add some, let's add some colors to it. So I'm going to go with the gradient now. Let's go with the gradient. I choose red. Now for the first color, I'm going to go with the green. Okay, for the second color, okay, let me make it like this. I will take that. Okay, we have this nice and good over there. You have always been there for me. I love you, Mom. Right now, you can also decide to style down there a bit, a little. It's all about Christmas, right? You have to add a lot of designs, make this as spicy as possible, right? But this is Christmas I'm talking about here. Let's add another image to this. to make this look even more spicy. Now a link to my Christmas collection resources, as I said earlier, I'll be in the description, so you can just go ahead to download it and use it for free at your own will. So let me go over and choose another nice design for my collection. And through WhatsApp or Gmail, the quality is not going to be lost. It's going to also be clear and unique like this. So I'm going to give save to gallery. It's going to take some time because we are rendering this in ultra quality, but after that should be done. I'll be learning something from this design. Now you can just design with your smartphone a simple Christmas card for a loved one, right? Thanks a lot for watching this video, and when the thing is done rendering, it's going to start saving. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it's going to be complete. Then you can send it to anyone that you want to. Okay, so the image is rendering. So right now the image is saving. Wow, our image has been saved. So you can go over to your files right now, your image gallery, to view it. So our image has been saved. So I'll be done. Thanks once again.